Won another game.
They
And
beat
I,
Brighton, didn't they? Yeah, it
yeah,
was a good result. Yeah,
I am a
good result.
I'm a Manchester United fan. Unbelievable. I was watching it thinking, do you know what? I'm just gonna watch this. I'm not really getting my hopes up about anything, but I'm just gonna watch it and enjoy the football. And I'm quite surprised. 2-0. I thought, whoa,
Yeah.
is it really Manchester United or something else? Um, and what's happened with Amorim's tactics? What do you notice anything's changed with the way
Not
he's playing?
really. I think what's changed. I think he's got some good players. The chap, the bald guy on the right, was it? Can't think of his name. Mbeumo or
Bueno,
something.
Mbeumo.
Yeah. No, I mean he's. I think he's made a tremendous difference. He's confident. He gets down that wing quickly. He can cut inside. He just seems to be brimming with confidence. Well, any time in the match. So I think he's made a singular difference. Interestingly, I since he's been there, it may not be related to the point I'm going to make. I sense that Bruno Fernandes, is not at the moment quite as influential on the team. You used to be everything went through Bruno. I mean, he's such a good player. He really is, and he sort of almost grabbed the games by the scruff of the neck when they were doing badly, and he often was the one player who was playing to his ability, to his class. And in fact, I think there's still talk of him leaving. I don't know about January, but next summer. I don't know whether he'll go off to Saudi or something like that. But a great player. But it is interesting to me, and I was specifically looking for this in the game the other day
Yeah.
against Brighton. But he just didn't seem to be involved. Not I think because he didn't want to be, but he just didn't seem to be as involved. And
Mm.
of course, he's missed a couple of penalties lately as well, which has probably sapped his confidence. And I think Casemiro's been playing pretty well. He had a bit of a bad time last season, but it's almost like he's doing more in the midfield than Fernandes. But yeah, whether that coincides with Bueno, I don't know. But they got Luke Shaw firing. He's doing pretty well.
Mm.
The defence does seem to be sound at the moment. So yeah, I think the acquisitions they've made are
Mm.
making a difference there. And maybe it took. That's what I said about Liverpool. Maybe it took Amorim last season to really get his team. The
Mm.
team A, some acquisitions, and B, they know him now. They know what he expects. I think he's a very good tactician. I think he knows what he wants to do.
Mm.
Although there have been claims occasionally that he tries to change things midway through a game and all that, which obviously won't help the players. And maybe take it. I think we said last week he took off um, Harry Maguire and somebody else
Maguire.
in defence when they were winning on a
Mm.
previous game, only to then concede goals. But I
Mm.
think he knows what he's about, Amorim. He never strikes me as looking apprehensive, as if he's about to, like poor old Postecoglou. Every
Mm.
press conference always looked worried and depressed because of
Mm.
results and so on. Now, Amorim never strikes me like that, and I think that's always a good sign to any owners. They think, well, he's not collapsing under the weight of this pressure. So
Mm.
I think they probably decided to keep him. They don't want to go down the road of maybe other teams who just maybe like Spurs and others who've got rid of a lot of managers. You've got to at some point settle down and say, look, we've chosen this bloke. We've got to give him a chance. We can't just get rid of him very, very quickly.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, like Forest, we know what they've done in recent times. So
Mm.
I think it's right. Very, very quickly.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, like Forest, we know what they've done in recent times. So
Mm.
I think it's right that Amarin will keep his job for the time being. Obviously, if he has a bad run, he won't. But of course, they are sixth now on 16 points, aren't they, Man United? So
Yeah,
they're quite well placed, really, in the league.
yeah, they are. Yeah, so maybe Europe next year. We don't know. Yeah, too early.
Yeah,
Too early.
probably.
Yeah,
It
too
is
early
too
to
early, but
say
could
things.
well be. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
could well be. Yeah. Now we're gonna come back to Manchester United again because they seem to be having fresh problems now with, and then this is the management, Amorim and Sir Ratcliffe. I think that's his name. But we're gonna come back to that.
Jim Ratcliffe, yeah.
Jim Ratcliffe, yeah. Now Aston Villa, uh, they still have Jadon Sancho. Now they put him on as a substitute and then subbed
Yeah,
him. Did you
took
see
him
that?
off.
Did you see
That's
that?
the great humiliation, isn't it, for a
I
player to
know,
come
I
on and
know. So,
then be subbed. Yeah.
so what's the way forward for this lad? What is it? What does he need to do? What do
I
we
don't
think?
know. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know whether the problem is he's just not good enough. I mean, somebody at some
right.
point at Manchester United thought he was worth about £80 million.
Yeah, yeah.
And when I watch football on TV, I don't ever think, well, I'm going to see if that bloke's worth his fee. I don't think we think like that,
No.
because most players generally over a bit of time will justify that fee, and you think, yeah, he's obviously a very good player, even if he's not worth as much as that. But
Mm,
with Sancho, I felt, I noticed early on that didn't see that much of him, but when I did, he didn't seem to do anything in the game that I thought, well, that's the mark of a class player, which
mm,
you should and would see when someone's paid a lot of money for you. So I think I just have to wonder how he was ever viewed as that level of player, because of course that fee, the fact that somebody judged him to be worth that, other clubs will sort of take note and think, well, he must have something,
mm,
and maybe since he's been at Villa, he's not really demonstrated that ability that surely you've got to have for that money. So
mm,
yeah, I think it's a bit of a shame for someone to be taken off when they've been substituted. It's as if they've done something or haven't done something that the manager has told them to do. And
mm,
it's a point of anger. You just come off, and because a manager will know that is a humiliating thing to happen, unless
mm.
there's an injury, of course, then it's different. But to take someone